Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What I'm about to tell you is really shaping up to be one of the most intriguing and potentially game-changing moves in the NFL this offseason. The rumors swirling around the league suggest that the Las Vegas Raiders, a team that's been struggling to find consistency and build a solid identity after their recent rebuild efforts, are considering a blockbuster trade that could send shockwaves through the AFC North. And the centerpiece of this potential deal, none other than Maxx Crosby, the all-pro edge rusher who's been a cornerstone of the Raiders' defense since he entered the league. This isn't just a rumor, it's something that sources, including Adam Schefter, have hinted at with a lot of credibility. The Raiders, currently sitting at a disappointing 1-3 record, are looking to shake things up after a rough start to the season. Their defense, which has allowed an average of 27 points per game, is clearly not meeting expectations. They're in a rebuilding phase, especially after trading away key pieces like Davante Adams. Now, they're focusing on accumulating draft assets in hopes of turning things around in the long run. The idea is to gather picks for the 2024 draft, reset their roster, and perhaps even look for a new quarterback in the process. On the other side, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team with a proud history of stout defenses and relentless pass rushers. Their current roster features T.J. Watt, who's been nothing short of spectacular and is widely considered one of the best pass rushers in the league. But adding Maxx Crosby to that mix, that would elevate their pass rush to an entirely new level. Imagine Watt and Crosby lining up on the same defensive front, wreaking havoc on quarterbacks week after week. That's a nightmare for any offensive line, and it's exactly what Steelers fans have been hoping for to keep their playoff hopes alive and well. So, what's the scoop exactly? Well, the proposed deal involves the Steelers trading for Crosby in a package that includes a first-round pick in 2026 and tight end Pat Freiermuth. This is a significant move, and it signals the Steelers' serious intent to bolster their pass rush and tighten the screws on opposing offenses. But it's not just about adding a star player. It's also about the strategic play, recognizing that Crosby, who has been an elite pass rusher from 2022 through 2024, can be the anchor that transforms their front seven into one of the league's most feared units. Let's talk a little about Maxx Crosby himself, because he's the real deal. Since coming into the league, Crosby has been a dominant force. His PFF pass rush grade has hovered around 92.4, a testament to his impact on every snap he's on the field. Over his career, he's accumulated 58.5 sacks, 285 pressures, 10 forced fumbles, and 98 tackles for loss in just 85 games. That's an incredible stat line for any pass rusher, let alone someone who's still relatively young and in what should be the prime of his career. In the current season of 2024, Crosby has already racked up 14.5 sacks, again demonstrating why he's considered one of the top players at his position. His overall PFF grade for this season is a stellar 91.2, and he's been particularly effective against the run, with a run defense grade of 88.3. His EPA per rush stands at -0.42, showing how much disruption he causes every time the ball is snapped. What makes Crosby even more appealing is his consistency and durability. He's played around 90% of the snaps this season, and despite a shoulder strain that caused him to miss one game in 2024, he's generally been durable and reliable. His win rate on pass rushes is among the best in the league, with a 28% win rate in 2025 until now, which places him in the top 5 among edge rushers. His number of QB hits, 8 so far this season, further emphasizes his ability to pressure quarterbacks and create sacks or hurried throws. Comparing him to other top edge rushers, Crosby's stats are impressive and show that he's a game changer, capable of elevating any defense he's part of. Now, why would the Raiders consider trading Crosby? Well, it's not just about the player. It's about their current team situation. Their cap hit for Crosby in 2025 is around $25 million, which is a significant investment. They have about $15 million of cap space available this year, but their offensive line has been an issue, allowing an average of 5.2 sacks per game. That's a very high number, and it indicates that their pass protection is struggling mightily. The Raiders have been prioritizing draft picks to rebuild their roster, especially focusing on their quarterback position, with an eye on the future more than the present. They're skeptical about overpaying for a player like Crosby if they're still in a rebuilding mode, especially given their cap constraints. This trade would allow the Raiders to acquire valuable assets, an extra first-round pick in 2026 and a talented tight end in Freiermuth, while also freeing up cap space and focusing on drafting young players, particularly on the offensive line and at quarterback. They're betting on a future rebuild, and this move could be a part of that plan, even if it means trading away a player who's been a cornerstone of their defense. But for the Steelers, this potential trade is huge. It's a statement move, one that signals they're serious about contending right now. Adding Crosby alongside Watt, that's a duo that could rival any in the league. Their pass rush would become a nightmare for offenses, especially in a division like the AFC North, where physicality and pressure on the quarterback often determine who comes out on top. With Crosby in the fold, the Steelers could see their sack total jump significantly, perhaps projecting around 15 sacks for Crosby alone in 2025. That would help reduce the points allowed, which currently sit at around 19 per game, down to potentially 15 or even lower, making their defense even more formidable. And the impact on their overall team performance would be noticeable. Their run defense would also benefit, with a projected run stop rate around 80%. Adding Crosby's pass rushing ability to a defense that already features TJ Watt and potentially a healthy Cam Hayward, who has a PFF grade of 86 this season, would turn Pittsburgh into a true defensive powerhouse. Their EPA per rush could see a decrease to around 48, and turnovers could increase, helping the Steelers improve their record and push deeper into the playoffs. Speaking of the playoffs, the odds are already starting to shift in favor of the Steelers. After this kind of move, their Super Bowl odds could jump from plus 1,200 to plus 600, a huge leap that reflects the confidence in their new-look defense. Meanwhile, the Raiders' odds could skyrocket to plus 25-0, indicating they're still in the early stages of their rebuild with many question marks ahead. The Steelers, with this kind of upgrade, could be viewed as serious contenders, especially if Crosby can make an immediate impact. And let's not forget about the broader context. This trade, if it happens, would mark a new era for the Steelers' defense, a true defensive revolution. Crosby would become a legendary figure in Pittsburgh, echoing the trades of past defensive icons that have helped shape championship teams. It's a move that could set the tone for the next decade, emphasizing defense, physicality, and relentless pressure. For the Raiders, it's a calculated risk, possibly betting on the future while sacrificing some immediate production. But for the Steelers, it's a chance to solidify their defense as one of the league's best, and to give their team a real shot at another Super Bowl run. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the context of this season so far. The Steelers are sitting at 2-2, a decent start, but they know they need to improve defensively if they want to stay competitive in the AFC North. The division is fierce, with teams like Baltimore and Cincinnati also vying for supremacy, and adding a player like Crosby could be the piece that pushes them over the top. The AFC North has always been known for its physicality, tough defenses, and run-first teams, but in today's NFL, a dominant pass rush can be a game-changer. With Crosby, the Steelers would be elevating their entire defense, making life miserable for quarterbacks like Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. Looking ahead, the projections are promising. If they manage to acquire Crosby, they could see their sack total increase significantly, and that could lead to more turnovers, more stops, and ultimately more wins. Their ability to pressure the quarterback is already impressive, but Crosby's addition would make it elite. His presence on the field would also allow Watt to be more effective, taking some pressure off him and creating opportunities for other players to flourish. This kind of upgrade could transform the Steelers from a decent team into a serious playoff contender, one that can challenge anyone in the AFC. And it's not just about the immediate impact. This move could shape the franchise's identity for years to come. The Steelers have always been about strong defense, tough physical play, and winning championships. Bringing Maxx Crosby into that mix would be a modern extension of that tradition, adding a player who embodies everything Pittsburgh football stands for. Crosby's relentless motor, his ability to affect the game at every level, whether rushing the passer, stopping the run, or forcing fumbles, aligns perfectly with the Steelers' ethos. So, fans, as we watch this story unfold, keep in mind that this isn't just about a player trade. It's about the future of the Steelers franchise, about how they want to build their team and compete at the highest level. It's about the possibility of finally getting that dominant pass rush that can carry a team deep into January. The potential acquisition of Crosby, coupled with Watt and possibly other key players, could be the missing piece that elevates Pittsburgh from a good team to a true Super Bowl contender. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this potential trade? Do you believe Crosby is the missing piece that could take the Steelers to the next level? Or do you think the price, giving up a first-round pick and Freiermuth, is too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers community. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, analysis, and breaking news. So stay tuned for all the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. This offseason promises to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're here to cover every moment with you, Steelers fans.